Coverage of Zimbabwe's tour of New Zealand is brought to you by Mitre 10 Mega.
And the situation is that Zimbabwe will be batting again after being bowled out for 51 in their first innings in less than 29 overs. A very, very disappointing display. This, the high score of 23 from Waller, but they were just exposed by the swinging ball and had no answer technically for this one. I'm sitting here with a former Blackcaps batting coach and Mark Greatbatch. What do you make of all of this, and what would you be saying?
Well, obviously, the first innings hasn't gone the way they wanted it to. They would have had some basic plans as a group, a batting group, and really, you know, the clear mind is the crucial one, and then the focus on the ball. You know, you got to react to what you get, and to be honest, they haven't done that. They've made a lot of mistakes.
Well, let's have a look at how these wickets fell, and it was genuine swing and some poor technique really by the early batsman to the in-swinging delivery.
Yeah, that swung late. Useful nut really of some of the dismissals. That for me was just straight, probably looking to hit it too square, trying to use the full face really. Once you turn that face with a new ball, you know, you got to leave those early in your innings. That's the area you've got to leave to get in.
Yeah, I thought he bowled a good angle. He didn't get the ball to swing Trent Boult, but he bowled the angle across. Bracewell with a little bit extra pace and bounce there.
Yeah. Again, in that corridor early in your innings, you've got to give yourself some time to get used to the pace of the pitch.
Catching was good by the New Zealand slipcord, and they were all there waiting. And as a bloke, Dean Brownlee, who probably doesn't field on there, well, hasn't really fielded on there for New Zealand, I don't think much, taking good catches under pressure.
Misjudgment there.
See this so often from Daniel Vettori, managing to hit the tail in front with that just little drifting style delivery that he has.
Again, trying to hit too square. Dan drifting the ball back in. You've got to look to hit him to mid-on. Nice and straight.
Good delivery, that one, though. I thought that just left the batsman a little bit, but probably playing too wide.
Yeah, bounced a bit. You know, not getting used to that conditions of the ball bouncing. And this is just a mix-up. A waste.
Good teamwork there, I thought, shown by the New Zealanders. The throw came into Southey. Southey, so often the seam bowlers do not get back to their stumps. Well, he had the awareness to move back there and took it on the run and affected the run out. That was Brian Vettori going for naught. Another good catch. A simple catch, but the catching was good behind the wicket by the New Zealanders. They had a lot of them lined up there in the end. And Brownlee safe once more. So 51 scored in 28.5 overs. That is their lowest test total. It is also the lowest test total made against New Zealand by any nation. So the records are tumbling. The bad records are tumbling for Zimbabwe. Yeah, bowling excellent. Martin swung the ball. He started things off with 2 for 5. Boult angled the ball across the right handers, picked up 2 wickets, caught in the slips there, did a good job. Bracewell, he chipped in. Vettori with one of those typical LBW style dismissals he gets. Southey, who's really only just got into his work, was able to wrap up the tail and pick up 2 for 8. 445 to make New Zealand bat again. Based on what we've just seen, it's unlikely, but you never know.
So the ground staff hard at work here at McLean Park in Napier. Drinks in the last session for day 3. And that is the situation. Regis Chikova and Graham Creamer putting on a bit of a partnership. 26 runs this partnership, 54 balls. In case you've missed it, the wickets to fall today, and they have been thick and fast. Owoyo taken by Guptill comfortably at second slip off the bowling of Chris Martin. This is of course the second innings. Zimbabwe have been bowled out for 51 in their first innings. Hamilton Masakadza, he managed to edge one to Brendan McCullum at first slip off Chris Martin as well. At that stage Zimbabwe were 2 down for 3 runs. The skipper Brendan Taylor, a little edge through to BJ Watling, and he was out for 2, and Zimbabwe were 3 for 5. And that one just after the break, Taivu got a good delivery, hit the shoulder of the bat and Kane Williamson did the rest at Gully. LBW Waller. It was just 2 deliveries for Malcolm Waller. After top scoring in the first innings, he was out for naught in the second. And then with Diswa, he's caught Watling bowled Bracewell for 18. BJ Watling with his second catch of the innings. It makes for pretty sorry reading again as far as Zimbabwe are concerned.
And that's another loose one. They've got to get a wicket here. He is. Oh, unbelievable. The worst ball all day. And Kane Williamson, take a lotto ticket.
It's a loopy full toss. Kramer's tried to hit it down to the beach, and he succeeded to hit it to Doug Bracewell. Easiest catch. And a nice wee innings there comes to an end. Kramer out for 26. Zimbabwe 100 for 7.
Little edge, yes, a little edge it was. So he doesn't think it's an edge. He's gone straight to the review.
And there is a little, just a tiny one. You can see it in frame there, which confirms it.
It's out. Yeah, there's a little one. It's just clipped the bat. He wouldn't have known. I can understand why he would want to challenge it. I'll tell you what, his technique of getting down the wicket nearly paid dividends for him. He nearly got outside hotspot.
Yeah, good decision from the umpire. Got it right the first time. It's been confirmed. And Chris Martin is the man. He's been outstanding today. So Shingi Mazakatsa goes for 21. Good effort from him. Zimbabwe 134 for 8.
Oh, to take it. What a catch. What an absolute screamer. Was that Brownlee? I think it was. That is a super catch.
Into the deck. Bounced a bit. Oh, aerial. Great catch. Great timing.
So Chikaba's very, very good innings comes to an end at 63. 143 for 9. There it is, and Watling takes it. No more suitable person to take the final catch in this innings, in this match, than BJ Watling. Chris Martin has 6 wickets. A wonderful performance from him. He draws equal with Chris Cairns in third all-time for New Zealand. BJ Watling does the job with the gloves. New Zealand have done the job with bat and ball. It has been a total and utter thrashing of Zimbabwe.
For me, Chris Martin's been so good. He's just bowled great channels, great areas, and been backed up by a wonderful fielding display.
They have not been very good at all today on a pretty good pitch. In fact, a very good pitch. They have been absolutely rolled on 2 occasions. Only really Chikapa can leave this ground with any pride at all in his batting performance. 63 for him. Today there have been 22 wickets for a total of 297 runs. And 8 for 31 for Chris Martin, who's been simply outstanding. That was the second innings performance. The New Zealanders, well, 6 for 26, Chris Martin. World-class stats, those, on a good pitch for batting. 3 for 26, Dougie Bracewell. Another good game for him. This is a side that struggled to beat Zimbabwe just months ago in Bulawayo. Well, they've given them a proper old toweling today. An innings and 301 runs after scoring 495 for 7th. Chris Martin's best bowling figures in a test match. So there they are with their hands around that National Bank trophy. Ross Taylor, who did his bit with the bat, and the early part of the leadership, and Brendan McCullum, who has had a day that most captains would dream of, rolling aside twice and winning a test match by an innings and 301 runs.
coverage of Zimbabwe's tour of New Zealand was brought to you by Mitre 10 Mega.